Hello everyone, today we are going to start our third chapter of science class 7th. Okay, so the chapter is fiber to fabric. So firstly, the question arises in our mind that what do you think about clothes, how they are formed, okay, what techniques we are used to making a clothes. Okay, so firstly the main raw material for making a cloth is a fiber. Okay, and from where we obtain a fiber? We obtain a fiber from some organisms like means some organisms from animals, from plants. Okay, so these are the some ways by which we extract a fiber from a particular things. Okay, now the next one is fibers are of two types, natural fiber and a synthetic fiber. Okay, so natural fibers are those fibers which are obtained from nature. Okay, obtained from nature means these fibers are obtained from animals. Okay, for example, we obtain a wool from sheep, we extract silk from silkworms. Okay, so these are the some ways by which we prepare our natural fibers. Now second one is synthetic fibers. So synthetic fibers are the fibers that are man-made. Okay, means no single component of natural fiber is involving in it. Okay, and the strength of, but the main difference between natural and synthetic fibers are natural fibers are costly as compared to synthetic fibers, and natural fibers lifetime is short, but synthetic fiber lifetime is very long, and they having a elasticity, they having a strong strength as compared to the natural fibers. Okay, so these are the some types of fiber. So these fibers help us to make clothes. Okay, and we make clothes by giving some designs to them. Okay, by applying some attractive colors to their clothes. Okay, so they formed a fabric. So those who say fibers are not wrong either. Fibers are after all the basic material that we use to make clothes. So some fibers are obtained from plants and animals as we already discussed, and some are made by the human beings, that are synthetic fibers. Okay, now firstly we are going to read the activity. Write P for plant, A for animal, and M for man-made. Okay, means synthetic fibers. Here we can write it as that which fiber is obtained from plants, which fiber we obtain from animals, and which fibers are made up by a man's. Okay, so first one is a sari. Okay, so the fabric of sari is made up of mainly we can say that this sari is of silk. Okay, so we obtain a silk from silkworm, and silkworm is a animal. Okay, so here we can write in a white box that it is a animal fiber, A. Okay, now I think the second one is rope. Okay, so ropes are made up of natural fiber, jute also, and with the help of a synthetic fiber. But here we can see a man-made ropes. Okay, so man-made ropes are we can written as a M. Okay, now the third one is a bag. So this bag is a natural bag which is made up of by a jute. Okay, and jute is a plant fiber. So here we can write a P. Now here we can see a woolen scarf. Okay, so woolen scarf we can obtain a woolen from animals. Okay, so this is a animal fiber. So here at fourth we can write it as a A. Okay, so some clothing materials or fabric is woven from yarns, and yarns are spun from fibers. Different types of fabrics are used for making different types of dresses, household interiors, curtains, sofa covers, carpets, etc. So we can use different fibers for making these materials. Okay, so now we are going to discuss in detail about these fabrics. Okay, Now we discuss the different type of fibers in detail. Okay, so firstly we talk about the wool. Okay, so wool is an animal fiber because we can obtain it from animals, that is a sheep. Okay, or other animals like yak, camel, goat, rabbits. Okay, so we can these, so wool is obtained from animals. Okay, next is, it is present as thick coat of hair on the body of certain animals, as you seen in this picture that merino sheep having a thick coat of the thick coat, okay, of wool on its body. Okay, so this wool helps these sheep to prevent it from a cold because it doesn't allow air to pass into the body. Okay, so air traps in between the space between the hairs and does not allow the body to escape heat. Means वो heat को उनकी body में से release होके बाहर जो pass out नहीं होने देता. ठीक है, that's why this woolen also help us to keep warm. Okay, now the next one is wool from sheep. So a sheep hairy coat has two types of fibers. Means from sheeps we obtain two types of fiber. First one is core beard hair and the second is a soft under hair. Okay, so found close to the skin means the wool, we can extract the wool from a sheep that is found close to the skin. So okay, because under the hair the woolen is soft as compared to the outer body. Okay, so scientists have developed certain breeds of sheep that gives only soft under hair. Okay, so the different variety of sheep means some shapes giving a finest quality, shine, length and strength also. Okay, so the finest wool that we obtain from a sheep, that is merino. Okay, so merino is a breed of sheep that breed of sheep from Spain. Okay, as you see in the picture of merino sheep. Okay, so this sheep is found in Spain. Okay, so the wool of this sheep is very soft and light in color. That's why his wool is finest. Okay, and the clothes that is made up from this his wool is very finest woolen clothes. Okay, now the process by which we can remove the wool from the body of a sheep. So first step is rearing of sheep. So as we all know that sheep are the herbivorous plants, means they eat only grass and leaves, but sometime we can feed them by a mixture of pulses, cones and jar, etc. Okay, so in India we can rear a sheep in hilly areas only. Okay, so the hilly areas in India are Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Arunachal, Sikkim, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Gujarat. Okay, so we can obtain a lot of things from the wool of a sheep. So around the world sheep are reared in different countries of different species also. Okay, so from the hot desert region of Australia, Asia and the Middle East cold regions, means everywhere a different type of sheep is present through which we can extract a wool. Okay, so in given a table 3.1 there are some Indian breeds of sheep. Okay, so the first one is Lohi. We can make carpets from the wool of Lohi. Next is Nali, also help in carpets. Bakrawal helps in making of woolen shawls. Marwari helps in carpets also. Okay, and Patanwadi Hosheri means we can make jackets, woolen jackets, woolen gloves, woolen socks from this variety of sheep. Okay, now the second is wool from other animals, means except sheep कौन से जो एनिमल्स हैं जिनसे हम वूल को ऑब्टेन कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज ऑल्दो द मेन सोर्स ऑफ वूल इज शीप, so wool is also obtained from other animals, means from some camel family, okay, goat and even from rabbits. So camel hair is obtained from very soft and fine fur of the undercoat of the camel. Okay, undercoat क्या होता है? It is a covering of short hair found below the longer outer hair on an animal's body. ठीक है, जो उनकी बॉडी के ऊपर हमें बड़े बड़े हेयर्स दिख रहे हैं तो उनके अंदर क्या है, सॉफ्ट एक पार्ट प्रेजेंट होता है, अंडरकोट पार्ट प्रेजेंट होता है जो हमें फाइन हेयर फर प्रोवाइड करता है. ठीक है, सो द बैक्टीरियन camel having a 2 humps, as we seen in India there is only a 1 hump of camel. Okay, but a bacterian camel having a 2 humps. Okay, and it also give a best quality of camel wool. Okay, next one is alpaca and llama are also belongs to the camel family. Okay, and these are the found in South America. So the undercoat hair of these camel families are very lustrous and fibers are light in weight. Okay, so the next is Kashmiri goat. Okay, you can also see the pictures here. So the picture of bacterian camel is also provided to you, alpaca, okay, and llama. Okay, so these are the some camel family. Okay, now we talk about the Kashmir goat. So Kashmir goat is found in high plateau of Asia. Okay, so Kashmirian goat having a very soft and warm wool. Okay, so this is also a goat. So next one is Angora goat. Angora goat belongs to Angora. Okay, Angora is the capital of Turkey. Okay, and it is a symbol of Turkey. That Angora goat provides a type of fiber called a mohair. Okay, ये हमें एक टाइप का फाइबर प्रोवाइड करती है जिसे हम मोहेर कहते हैं. ठीक है, मोहेर कैसा होता है? मोहेर इज़ वेरी सिमिलर वूल इन केमिकल कॉम्पोजिशन but has a much smoother surface, means it appears as a chemical wool. Okay, but it is a natural but appear as a chemical or man-made. Okay, it is durable also, lightweight and keep the body warm. This the mohair is also used for making cushions also. Okay, soft sweaters, soft covering furniture materials also. Okay, next one is Angora rabbit. So Angora rabbit is also belongs from Turkey. Okay, so the wool obtained from Angora rabbit is known as Angora wool. Okay, so watch this video very carefully and try to solve this portion of Let's Remember. I hope you have you easily complete this portion. Okay, now the next topic is wool production. Firstly, we can obtain a wool from different animals like sheep, camel. Okay, different camel families, Angora goat, Angora rabbit and Kashmirian goat. Okay, means these are the some animals through which we can obtain wool. So, okay, but that wool is a raw material. Okay, not a proper wool by which we can weaving our sweaters or any cloth material. Okay, so for a weaving or for making clothes, sweaters, so we have to done a production of wool in a particular some steps. Okay, so the different processes involved during the formation of wool production. So the first step is shearing, scoring, grading and sorting, dyeing, drying and making a yarn. Okay, so now we are going to discuss the different steps by which we are able to make a wool, and after making a wool or yarn we are form different types of woolen clothes. Okay, so the first method is shearing. So the process of removal of the flake from an animal is called shearing. Okay, means what is a flake? Flake is the layer of hairs that we remove from a wool, that we remove from a sheep. Okay, means shearing is a process by which we can remove the hair of the animals. Okay, so after removing the hair, means the hairs are removed by a razor blade and special clippers. Okay, so that removal of hair can't hurt the animals, because that removal of wool from the animals provide them a relaxation इन समर पीरियड, ओके, क्योंकि समर में उन्हें क्या लगती है, गर्मी, ठीक है। अगर गर्मी में भी उनके ऊपर वूल होगी और उनकी बॉडी में से हीट है जो बाहर ही नहीं निकल पाएगी, ठीक है, तो उनको और गर्मी लगेगी, ठीक है। सो दैट्स वाई it is a necessary for the animals to remove the wool at a proper time period, okay. So it actually helps them by removing the heavy woolen coat that they do not require in summer, okay. सो समर में हम क्या करते हैं, उनके ऊपर से वूल निकाल लेते हैं, ठीक है। फिर 6 मंथ के बाद उनके ऊपर वूल फिर से उतनी की उतनी आ जाती है, फिर वो पूरी विंटर को उसको ऊपर ऐसे ही रहती है। फिर हम 6 मंथ के बाद उनकी मीन्स इट इज़ अ प्रोसेस ऑफ 6 मंथ, मीन्स आफ्टर एवरी 6 मंथ वी कैन रिमूव अ वूल फ्रॉम द शीप्स, ओके। So next step is coring. So after shearing we have to wash the hairs that we remove from their body, okay. So the process of removing dirt, dust and grease from the sheared hair is known as a scoring, okay. So this process is done by hands also and by with the help of machines. Now after scoring what we do, grading or sorting, okay, means we sorting the material or sorting the wool according to their length, according to their color, texture and ease, because some wools are of good quality, some wools are of medium quality, some wools are of low quality, okay. So we have to sort according to their abilities, okay. Now after sorting the wool, next process is dyeing. As the natural color of fleece is white, brown or black, the sheared wool is dyed in different color. As we seen that my mother purchase a wool of different very different or beautiful colors, okay. So after cleaning the hairs of wool, we provide different colors according to their needs, okay. So dyeing, so after dyeing there is a process of drying, okay. So in this process containers of wool are put through rollers to squeeze out, मीन्स उनके ऊपर से जो रोलर्स हैं वो पास आउट किए जाते हैं ताकि उनमें से जो वाटर है वो निकल जाए और वो पूरी ड्राई हो जाए, ठीक है। और उसके क्या बनते हैं फिर बेल्स। बेल्स क्या होते हैं, जैसे आप यहाँ पे देखोगे जो हम घर में यूज़ करते हैं मशीन कपड़ा सीलने के लिए जिसके ऊपर धागा बेटा होता है, ठीक है, तो वो क्या होते हैं, बेल्स होते हैं, ठीक है। मीन्स उसके फिर बाद में क्या बन जाते हैं, बेल्स बनते हैं, ठीक है। फिर वो बेल्स कहाँ पे ट्रांसपोर्टेड होते हैं, मिल्स में, ठीक है। दैन दे फर्दर प्रोसेस्ड, ओके। सो नेक्स्ट आफ्टर दैट making a yarn. As you've seen that firstly we have to remove the fleece of a sheep, okay. After that we wash it, okay. So after washing we have dried up, okay. After dried up we are making a bales of the woolen, okay. So after that what are the some health hazards in woolen industry to the human beings during the formation of woolen yarn from wool to the woolen yarns, okay. So in the earlier days workers who sorted wool were often infected by a bacteria that causes them a disease, anthrax, okay, and this is also known as a Sotek disease. So the bacteria are found in wool of contamination sheep and can enter the human body and they create a respiratory problems to them, okay. But nowadays they're having a lot of vaccines for the prevention of these type of diseases, okay. So this is all about our wool production, okay. Now the second type of fiber that we are going to discuss in this chapter is silk, okay. So silk is also an animal fiber and which is produced by a silkworm, okay. Silk fibers are very lustrous and soft in touch, okay. So firstly we have to read the life cycle of a silk moth, okay. So a female silk moth lays approximate 300 to 400 eggs at a time, okay. And these eggs, as you seen in the picture, that the eggs are lays down on a leaves, okay. So the main leaves that we are needed for the production of silkworm is mulberry leaves, okay. So on the mulberry leaves they lay a 30 to 300 to 400 eggs at a time, okay. So after hatching the eggs they form the caterpillars. So after caterpillars they formed into a silkworms, okay. So these now we are discuss there is a life cycle of silk moth in detail. So firstly the silk moth secretes fine filament. सिल्क मॉथ है जो वो क्या करता है उसके ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, 2 ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं हेड के ऊपर जो सिल्क बनाने में हेल्प करता है, ठीक है. सो द फिलामेंट्स आर मेड ऑफ अ प्रोटीन दैट हार्डन टू फॉर्म सिल्क फाइबर्स व्हेन एक्सपोज टू एयर. जब वो उस फाइबर को सिक्रिएट करते हैं अपनी बॉडी में से प्रोटीन फाइबर को, और वो जो प्रोटीन फाइबर है जब वो एयर के साथ मिक्स होता है तो वो क्या प्रोड्यूस करता है, सिल्क फाइबर. ओके, सो द सिल्कवॉर्म डिपॉजिट फिलामेंट इन लेयर्स अराउंड इट्स बॉडी. फिर वो अपनी बॉडी के अराउंड उस लेयर को बनाता रहता है, ठीक है, थ्रू फिगर ऑफ 8 मूवमेंट्स ऑफ द हेड. जब वो 8 मूवमेंट्स कंप्लीट कर लेता है, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद क्या बनता है, कोकून, ठीक है. सो इनसाइड द कोकून अ मॉथ इज ट्रैप्ड. ओके, नाउ after making the cocoon the silkworm take 3 to 7 days to prepare a cocoon. So after formed a cocoon 20 to 39 concentric legs layers of a single thread. Okay, so inside the cocoon the silkworm enters into the second stage of its life, and then the third and final stage become a adult moth. Okay, then after we getting a silk from a silkworms we have to prepare a silk threads. Okay, so how we after obtaining a cocoons from the silkworms, how we have to prepare a silk threads. Okay, so for preparing a silk threads we have to we have to read about the sericulture. Okay, so what is the sericulture? As we in previous we talk about that we are rearing a sheep for obtaining a wool. Okay, so that's similarly we are rearing a silkworms for silk production. Okay, and that process is known as a sericulture. Next one is the highest moths are chosen for breeding and laying eggs. So firstly the first step involves washing the silkworm eggs that had been stored, and the egg hatches only once a year in spring. Okay, means at which time period the eggs are going to hatch, in a spring period. Okay, so they spread the, or after hatching the eggs the larva is spread out the trays to grow. Okay, and usually we use a special leaves for the production of silkworms, that is mulberry leaves. Okay, so after growing when eggs getting hatched the caterpillars grow up. Okay, so caterpillars grow up and feed up on a mulberry leaves for 20 to 35 days. Okay, and rags or wings are placed on the trays where the worms spin the cocoons. So okay, so after spinning 3 to 7 days the cocoons prepare a silk around them. Okay, then we collect that cocoons and put it into a hot water. Okay, as you seen in this picture that first one is a adult moth and second one it becomes a larva. Okay, so larva giving us a silk cocoon. So after that silk cocoon we are going to drop it into a hot water. Okay, so in hot water the caterpillars that is present inside the cocoons are going to dead. Okay, and we are going to kill it inside. Okay, so the pupa inside the cocoons are killed by putting the cocoons in hot water, which kills the worm as well as लूजन द फिलामेंट. ठीक है, मीन्स जिसमें वो कोकून्स के अंदर जो प्यूपा प्रेजेंट होगा वो भी डेड हो जाएगा. ठीक है, और इससे हम ईजिली जो सिल्क है वो भी क्या है एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं, ऑब्टेन कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, after that one end of the silk thread is passed through a eyelet and the thread reeled on the wheel and we get that threads on the bales. Okay, or we can collect it on or dried it. Okay, so after that we are providing a different colors to the silk thread. Okay, for making a different colors of clothes also. Okay, we provide a different textures, fabrics. Okay, depending upon the manner of twisting. Okay, so that this is the process of sericulture, means how we can obtain a silk from a silkworms. Okay, now After some times, artificial silk is sold as natural silk. The difference between the two can be found out by burning a small piece of fabric. Means how we can identify that it is a artificial silk or a natural silk. Okay, so we can identify it by burning a small piece of that fabric. So after burning, artificial silk when burned either smell like a burning paper, okay, or melt and forms a bit, but natural fiber when burned smells like burning hair. So what is the main difference between artificial and natural silk is artificial silk give a smell like burning of paper, whereas natural silk gives a smell like burning of hair. Okay, so now we are going to discuss some health hazards in sericulture also, as we discuss in the rearing of sheep or extracting a wool from a sheep. Okay, so now we are going to also discuss the health hazard in sericulture. So first point is handling of dead worms with bare hand contribute to infection and illness. Workers generally need to dip their bare hands into the hot water and judge by touch whether the fine thread or silk have loosened enough to be wound. This cause blisters and open wound injuries leading to infection. मीन्स उन्हें क्या है, हॉट वाटर के अंदर अपने हैंड्स को डिप करना पड़ता है फॉर चेकिंग द कोकून्स और एक्सट्रैक्टिंग फॉर अ सिल्क. ठीक है, क्या वो जो कोकून्स थे उनसे जो सिल्क है वो एक्सट्रैक्ट हो गई या नहीं हुई. ठीक है, तो उन्हें क्या है, गर्म पानी के अंदर हाथ है जो वो डिप करने पड़ते हैं. ठीक है, तो इनकी वजह से उनके जो हाथों के ऊपर छाले हो जाते हैं, दैट इज़ ब्लिस्टर्स. ओके, और भी उन्हें जो इन्फेक्शंस हैं या फिर जो वुंड्स हैं, ठीक है, वो उनके हो जाते हैं हैंड्स पे. नाउ सेकेंड इज स्टैंडिंग ऑलमोस्ट. उन्हें क्या है, कंटिन्यूसली दे स्टैंड फॉर 12 to 16 hours a day. Okay, that's why they having a healthy disorders like backaches, spines and vision related problems also. Okay, now next one is vapors from boiling cocoons and diesel fumes. Means that boiling vapors and diesel vapors are goes into their respiratory system through breathing. Okay, so they also create a respiration problems like asthma and bronchitis. Okay, next one is continuous exposure to the noise made by spinning and winding machines and looms. Means the continue working of machines, they produces a lot of noises every day and every time. Okay, they also create a hearing problems also. Okay, where the fabric is woven may result in hearing disorders also. Okay, so after that now we are recall the chapter that we have discussed in this chapter. So first one is clothing materials. We are discuss from where a wool is extracted and which type of animals we use for extracting the wools. Okay, so after that from wool how we make a yarn. Okay, so the main processes we are discussing in this chapter, that is shearing, scoring, grading, dyeing, drying and making yarn at different stages. Okay, so after that we are discussing about silk, how we can obtain silk from silk cocoons. Okay, so these are the some topics we have covered in this chapter. So listen this video very carefully. So after watching this video we are discuss our doubts in the classes. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.